But the reality is different audiences need very different presentations. So, if I'm communicating to my engineering team on what our roadmap is versus our field sales team, those two presentations will look very different, even though the underlying content is basically the same.
That's a really good point, and I'd like to actually dig into that a little more. Can you tell me about how you adjust your communication between something like talking to field sales and, say, engineering, and then maybe a third bucket, let's say like executives, like talking to the C-suite?
Yeah, sure. So engineering is mostly, they're going to be interested in what are the big chunks that we're going to have to build, and how do we think through dependencies. So it'll be largely positioned as, here's what we're building, here are the other components or other teams that are working on things that we need to work with to be successful. And then here's, to a lighter extent or a lesser extent, the rationale for doing these things. As engineering teams typically want to know why they're doing something, but they don't really need to get in depth on, hey, we've looked at this competitors, done this other analysis to justify this direction.
Gotcha.
When you're communicating with the field,
field sales.
Field sales. When you're communicating with field sales, they're very, whatever is basically their big focus for the moment. What are their customers asking for the most? What's going to help them close the next deal? Like, things are very top of mind for them. So that will typically be focused on what are we building tomorrow and what are we not building tomorrow, so that we know we can't tell a customer
what to pitch or what not to pitch.
And then with the executives, that will be much more around the rationale. Like, let's take a bigger look at the industry, what competitors are doing, where our competitive advantage might be, what opportunities there are, and why we're choosing to prioritize this path over something else.
Like, where do we fit into this market picture?
Yeah.
Cool. That makes a lot of sense.